Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll. On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi. We're back again. It's that time, and I guess today you guys are having an early night because listen, we started early, and don't ask us why. We just started early today. It has to be early, and we could use all the energy that we get. Thank you for those who are here early. For those who are not here, definitely the only thing you're missing is calling in, as usual, and letting us know what you think. And obviously, when we open the calls, need we remind you that you need to be respectful and only discuss things that are of public opinion. Don't tell us what your neighbor is doing. With love, and I'm sure many people are excited that we are early, and I can see through likes and the number, we're on 90, we're on 43. So for those who have forgotten to like, please press that like button as usual, and we are going to do what we do best, which is to tell you what we think. Tell you what happened and tell you what we think. Emil, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you rest on this weekend?
Yeah, I rested over the weekend.
Yeah, just so that we start on a good note, I promised some supporters of Kaizer Chiefs that I would tell them. So I heard that they were celebrating a draw, but at home, they're playing 9-1-1. Right. Okay, we're not there. This is just the starter. So, what happened today in court? I heard there was a lot of happening, and I some of it we couldn't see it because obviously we were told that cameras should be off when the judge is off.
But beku tense, beku tricky.
They said nikate lo muntu lo. But to be careful of Maloi. They're getting closer to that person. No. Is it Edward?
Who's Edward Baloyi?
What is his name the other day?
I don't know his name. I think it is Edward.
No, Edward. You know, this is not how we do it.
During that tear adjournment.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
They just don't want us to see the drama that is happening and the tenseness that is happening in between these adjournments. And they did come back. I know a lot of people quit. They never went back to the live stream. But they actually came back after a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It was just before 3:30, I think, or 3. They came back. After taking that long adjournment, they came back. Yeah, and now other things were being requested. It seems like we're moving away now from the firearm. We are going somewhere else. But at least the good thing is that Musia is coming tomorrow. And I just... Musia, he's gonna faint. This time...
Ish.
Cross-examination.
Ish.
But anyway, we are here for it. Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel, where we deliberate on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. For now, yes, for us, this trial has our spirit and our hearts. It has captured us. We are very interested. We're like dogs with bones at this point. So it's not about it trending. It's more about wanting to find out the truth and who actually took Senzo's life. And why are they being protected like this?
If they are protected.
Allegedly. But why? Why is it such a drag? Why can't it just be put out there? And the person pay for their crime and life goes on. We will never know.
Let's talk about what we know right now.
Well, Advocate Baloy introduced the whole of exhibits, which included Musia's pocketbook this morning, the vehicle registrar extract, C7 and case registrar, ballistic report by Rolfse, dated 19th of February 2015, a copy of the firearm license for the 9mm Parabellum. So this Parabellum had a license.
Yes.
And on top of that, Rolfse as ballistic report from 2015 on the 19th of February. So you're telling me that Rolfse was testifying without this ballistic report?
What?
It was handed in today as an exhibit in the morning by Advocate Baloy.
With a lot of things that were handed over.
And remember me asking on Friday, where is the ballistic report?
You know what? I feel like Baloy is building the case as the problem comes. Do you understand? Like, there is no structure. It's like Kaizer Chiefs. There's no structure. So, he's building as the problem comes. We will solve those problems as they are there, as in and when they are there. So, you will find a lot of exhibits that are written 2020, 2023 even, I think. Because when there's a loophole, they go close that loophole. It's like closing a jar with a lot of holes with your hand. You know, you hold this side, the other side is leaking. And you move your hand from this side that is leaking. You close the other side is leaking. And in all honest, I think the defense has been too nice to him.
And lenient and
lenient.
understanding.
And it has to do with who's presiding also. This is my thinking. Because there are a lot of things that they could have taken him off on.
So he's explaining everything, the etching process. And I kept asking on Friday, I'm like, where is that ballistic report?
Yeah, the man was just freestyling there.
And now he brought it in this morning as
And-
part
and-
of the
and- and
exhibits.
look.
But Rolfse is done testifying.
It's pointless to read it. Even if you read it and you find loopholes, leave that for arguments, my lord.
Rolfse is done testifying. He even got cross-examined. He's done. He's not going to be coming back.
Unless they want him to come back.
Unless if they recall him. Yes. So the state called Mr. Peter Jacobus Smuts, who is also not on the witness list. He's not on the witness, or was not on the witness list. Smuts was there to testify on how...
Haven't we seen people being parachuted to this case?
freestyle right this.
I'm telling you, we're freestyling here.
Why can't we
see-
go to Mapiri and the people that were in the house?
No, I'm starting to believe that number that we were given of witnesses is going to be made up of those people that we are freestyling with. Like, for example, if you are a new neighbor to that house, you could come to testify. They say, no, what did you see, right? What did you see? I know that you are new.
Wow.
Are you new in that neighborhood? Yes, I'm new. According to you, what did you see so far?
Everyone is going to be called to testify at this point. Everyone.
I'm telling you.
Every single one.
Even Emil might be testifying.
Even I might go to testify. Who knows?
We are laughing. I know it's not a laughing matter, but it's true. Like how many people have been parachuted to this case? Like, he was not on the list, my lord. And we are told about 100 and something.
100.
We still can cater
28.
for almost 10 people now that are parachuted.
Yeah, hi guys. Well, Smuts was there to testify about the gun that was lost and how they lost it. So he works for SBV Security Company, which is a cash in transit company, and they transport cash with armed security. And he was set to testify on the firearm that was found in accused number 3's room.
He was not on the list, right?
No.
And we talked about that person. We talked about the affidavit or anything.
Yes,
that
to link the firearm that
and
it was
then,
actually missing
voila,
or stolen.
this person is here now.
Now they are here. And he has been working for SBV for the last 24 years. His duties entail firearm compliance in the business, purchasing and licensing of firearms, general compliance in terms of security services that issued with firearms to verify and validate their firearm competencies and issue those firearms to the required employees. So Smuts said that he works as the SBV Logistics Legislative Manager. So his job is to ensure that the business complies with the legislations, and should the firearm be lost or stolen, he said that they report it within 24 hours, and that is the stipulated time. So the witness was shown the firearm, and Smart said, I can indeed confirm that this is a CZ 759mm pistol. He confirmed the serial number etched by Rolfse, and based on the exhibit documentations, he said, I can see that it is related to the company. So Smart has with him the firearm license, and the counsels were shown the original firearm license, and Smart said the barrel number on the gun is the same as the firearm serial number. So Baloyi then said, can you briefly tell the court what happened to this firearm? And Smart said it was stolen during the cash in transit robbery in May 2013 in Rabbi Ridge in May. And it was reported to the police. It was at a shopping center in Rabbi Ridge. So Smuts then said the security guards, they carry guns to protect themselves, and during this robbery the firearms were taken from them so that they could not defend themselves. Once the guards have been disarmed, they can't protect themselves, and that is how the money is then taken. They are also issued with the firearm permits, and they allow them to use the firearms for a day. So Smart says guards on duty are also issued with a magazine and a total of 30 rounds of ammunition. So Smart said immediately after the firearm was stolen, it was reported to the police in Rabbi Ridge, and there are documentations that they filled in regarding the stolen firearm. And the firearm was then circulated in the SAPS system as stolen. So case 31805 of 2013, that is the case number for this firearm that went missing in 2013. Rabbi Ridge, that's the station. So Smart said, we were not notified that the firearm was recovered, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
They were not notified that the firearm was recovered. And he said, I was called by Sergeant Mlaudzi to make an affidavit that this firearm belonged to our security company. I made that affidavit to say the gun belonged to SBV in November 2020. So you're telling me that the Alexandra and the Cleveland cases happened, and he was notified in November 2020 that the firearm had been recovered.
Yes.
Then Smart said they are issued with ammunition that fits the firearm, which was a full metal jacket and FMJ. The firearm is capable of firing other 9mm ammunition. It can fire a complete or copper metal jacket, which is a CMJ, which is the same size as a FMJ. Smart says that when a firearm is recovered, it would be returned to the rightful owners at the end of the court processes, and the serial number would once again be engraved on the firearm if it was obliterated. So Smart said, however, the condition of the firearm plays a role. If the firearm is no longer in a good condition, it can be destroyed. If it is not usable, they ask the police to destroy it on their behalf.
They fill the form.
The documentation, yes.
Yes.
Sometimes if they see that the firearm is in a bad state, they then will destroy it themselves.
Without that form? That's where I have a problem. That's where I have a problem. Without that form, is what would like that was the question that I would have asked.
Do you need to fill in a form to tell the police to destroy the firearm?
The first statement of saying that they would need to fill a form if it's not usable or is not in a state where they think it's usable. I believe that is correct. That's a correct way of going about this. But how does the state now determine that this gun is not usable for fidelity or SPV?
I don't know. For me, it's quite troubling that this firearm even went through the court process for 2 cases or 2 huge, big deal type of cases. And he's only contacted in 2020.
By Mlauds to give an affidavit that I've been asking about, by the way. Where is that affidavit?
It was supposed to be handed in as part of
And it's supposed to be as old as if the process was followed correctly, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be as old as 2013.
Yes.
When he opened the case.
And one wonders, without going into details, as they would say, one wonders that if that is the case, what is the status of that case? Because here's the gun now. They found the gun. Does it mean that now this guy is linked to that case, or is it closed? What's the status of that case? And if it is closed, why was it closed?
It was a conviction in 2019.
So there was a conviction of that case?
For the Cleveland one of...
No, Cleveland one I see. I'm talking about where the case in transit.
Oh, that one.
What happened?
I don't know. Angas. The one of the robbery.
Because the way he's testifying in this case, it sounds like it's bygone. Let the bygones be gone.
Let bygones be bygones. Yeah, it sounds like that. Like he had made peace with the fact that the firearms are gone. It's
just here to give clarity in court. Hey, by the way, this was indeed our gun. Whatever.
It's not a big issue.
It's not a big issue. The police would have destroyed it in any case.
You'd expect him to be upset, right?
Yes.
That, first of all, this firearm goes missing 2013, and you're only contacting me in 2020 to tell me about it.
Yes.
You should have given a testimony that was more in the lines of Mjali or frustration.
Or we are working on this case, by the way, my lord. It's still on.
Or something.
You come as if you are here to fill the book. Do you understand? It's not an issue of this is an ongoing process, my lord. I cannot even... Do you understand? It's like you come, you're fitting the puzzle.
You're relaxed, you're ticking the boxes for the state.
For the state to actually have a solid case.
I also found his demeanor very strange. I'd be like, 2020, you're telling me that this firearm has been found while you did the etching process in 2015.
Yes.
And you found the serial number. And you couldn't contact SBV. You couldn't do that. You are only doing it in 2020. And by the way, 2020 is very disturbing because it's around the time
when
they started
this
building.
Whole thing was, most statements and everything, the statements are in 2020, November, around that time.
So that's very worrying. And the fact that he's not worried about that, to say that this is not how usually... I get news, or I receive news, or I receive information regarding firearms that have gone missing for years. Usually when the etching process is done, that's what
Isaiah.
Charlie was even saying.
Thank you. By the way, while we are thinking, Isaiah, Emil, hold your thoughts, remember them. One is reminding us that it's impossible that we have 530 people, but we have 100 likes, guys. And
it is, guys.
It is impossible.
It's impossible.
They're even doing the maths here. They're saying we're missing 320 likes.
Guys, come on now. We are early today. Come on. Come on, press those like buttons.
I think the only person
Tlogelang
who
snacks.
appreciates us being here is Isaiah.
Isaiah, thank you so much. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out.
You've been consistently giving, helping. Thank you. Let us continue.
Yes, I was holding on to the thought of Mjali, how he was expressing frustration with this particular firearm and how it was moved and all of that. You could hear that the man is actually frustrated with the process of how it's been handled.
Indeed.
So why
He was showing a
Smuts?
bit of resentment. I'm going to say what I need to say for my job, for my department, and I'm going to clear them if I have to clear them, because anything that happened to this guy, I don't know what. I have no bearing to it.
But when it came to Smuts, I found him to be quite relaxed, as if this is something that happens every day. Like,
Do you understand? We know that cash in transit, they do happen around
he's
the
too
world.
relaxed
But
for my liking.
What is the status of this case? Now, here's the gun that could have been destroyed if the state wanted to destroy it, as you put it. That
Yes.
it's up to them these days that they can wake up and decide to destroy. But you have a case for this.
Yes.
Did you even bother thinking about the case that is existing or pending or could be pending? I don't know what status this case is at.
And then you find out that it was actually linked to other cases. The Alexandra and Cleveland.
The only thing you're worrying about is that if the gun is rusty, the state can destroy it without even coming to you.
Or asking you for permission. They can just destroy it.
This is your evidence. They can't just destroy evidence.
What
I mean,
about
if there
the
was
status of your other cases? They
Yes.
can't just destroy evidence that could help you prove your other case of robbery or stolen firearms during a cash in transit alleged heist or robbery. So that was very uncomfortable. I'm like, you are way too relaxed, sir. You are too relaxed for somebody whose firearm is linked to so many cases. And you were not informed. You are told in 2020 to come and do an affidavit.
and you gladly do it. You don't ask, Chief, we reported this. We told you there's cash in transit. If you guys had a gun that was linked to us and linked to that 2013 incident, why didn't you come to us to assist our case?
Why? That's something you should be asking or should have asked or should have been frustrated about even in the witness box. To be like, I don't understand.
Not unless if it didn't happen.
Wow.
Not unless it was never, it happens in our minds and your mind. Obviously, we're not saying that. We're just
I
saying.
even heard the judge emphasizing on the authenticity of the license.
This time is not worried about the other case, like Cleveland. You see the difference. The treatment is totally different. You are given a case number now of what happened. There is a guy in front of you. The only thing you are worried about is to explain the barrel and the propel and whatnot, and God knows what physics you are explaining there. Maybe you chose the wrong field. You should be in the labs there doing something.
Maybe he should be everywhere. He should be a witness. He should be just everywhere because he wants to know everything for detail, like an expert. So the state concluded the witness evidence in chief, and the defense said that they had no questions for the witness. Personally, I had no problem with them not having questions for the witness. But Mr. Anonymous, what did you think?
No, I was going to ask a few questions. Obviously, again, I was going to ask a few questions.
What were you going to ask them?
Because, but those questions, they depend on more special Mnis. I think Mrs. Time he sits down with accused number 3. If this indeed is the gun that is linked to him,
Yeah.
and he must know the history of this gun. And once you know the history of this gun, you're not gonna fear to ask other questions, not unless you haven't talked about that.
That gun.
This is between you and your client. But
history.
such questions could have been asked if you were free
Does he
about that
even
case.
know?
Yes.
Did he have this gun in his possession like they're saying? Where did you get it?
Well, if it's the other way around, because seemingly everything is possible now. That's what we are learning in this court, that anything is possible. You can wake up without a gun. You can sleep without a gun. Wake up with guns.
And provided that it was a rented room. But let us not go there. Hey.
We're not dealing with any case.
Not dealing with any
All that we're dealing with is this one. So we don't want to. But I feel like sometimes they fear too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need to call these people bluff, man. I mean, honestly speaking, here, this person is not worried. This character is not worried about their own situation of cash in transit. No. He's only reporting, hey, by the way, there was a case number that we reported and whatnot. Yeah, sharp.
Yeah, this is the gun. His job was to confirm.
Here's the gun.
Here's the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
yeah,
the
if
one.
they say it's eight
the
what?
serial number and the barrel number is
It's
the one.
8587B. Bravo. Yeah, that's a gun.
Yeah, that was his job today. Yeah, this is the one.
Here's the license, by the way. Here's the license.
And to also try to debunk that the barrel could have been
switched. And then the judge worked so hard
to prove
in trying to bring that deal.
Well, the judge said that Smuts spoke of a barrel. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I did not hear
it doesn't
Smuts
sit
talk
well
of
with
a
the judge,
barrel.
that thing of a barrel. It's not sitting well.
Maybe I heard wrong, guys. Did you hear Smuts talk about a barrel at any point? I felt like maybe he's kind of introducing this barrel thing.
He said,
was.
yeah. And then he said, people are saying that it could have been changed.
Yeah. Smuts said the barrel number is reflecting to the receiver and the frame number. And then the judge asked, in terms of that license, there is a similar barrel number. Just examine that firearm because we were told that the barrel is interchangeable. Smuts said it is interchangeable. The firearm is interchangeable. So there is 3 components, the slide, the barrel, and the receiver. And it is interchangeable. So the barrel, which coincides with the serial number, is it visible to the naked eye? Asking the judge. And Smuts said no. And then they asked him, do you know where it is situated? And Smuts said yes. And then the judge is like, what is yes? Smuts said, I know where the barrel number is situated. It is normally situated. It's where the ejector port is on the barrel and on the slide, as well as on the right-hand side of the firearm. And then the judge asked that they erased. And Smuts said, correct, on the slide as well as on the receiver. So they were erased as well. Is that what he's saying? Are they erased? And Smuts said correct, on the slide as well as on the receiver. So does this rule out the possibility that they may have been switched? I'm asking a question. I'm not sure. So he was further asked, are you trained in the handling of firearms yourself? And Smuts said, yes, I am. In my previous times, I used to be a firearm instructor for 9 years. And out of my 24 years, the metal of that barrel, asking the judge, what is it? What is it made of? Smuts said, forged steel. Now, the judge asked, how do you acquire the specifications of that forged steel of a barrel to coincide with it being slit into the fire? I'm like, why is it going to the specifications of the model? Guys, I didn't understand that. That's why I'm asking when he says that the barrel number was erased. And what does it mean? Because he confirmed earlier on that the serial number and the barrel number, they coincide with the firearm license. So now he's saying that erased. What is going on?
What happens is that in most cases, as I'm about to, in most cases, the barrel is an important component of a firearm, but it is not usually serialized because it is considered a non-controlled party in terms of firearm regulations.
Okay.
You know what that means? It's non-controlled.
It means it can be changed.
It can be changed, yes. That's why this thing is bothering many people. And I was just asking. I didn't mean it.
It's erased. And I'm like, what is going on? And then the judge went on to ask about the specifications of the metal.
You know what? All those specifications of the metal, they are not important. Do you understand? What gives people chest pain is the question that started with us here. The idea that a barrel can be changed. Right? And then that thing came out there. That, hey, by the way, this thing can be changed. Now chest pains are happening. People now, they're not sure. They want to kill that theory.
Yeah.
But it's not dying. The more you try to explain or expand on it, you can read 10 books, I don't care. But what matters is that
I'm like,
that thing can be changed.
metal specifications. So, Rakaimo, where are we going?
You can read 10 books, come back with a forensic book, what the expects, and eat your glasses. But what is important? It can be changed. Now it's eating inside people now. Hey. People want to debunk it, being bigger theories and what. They can go fetch a professor at the University of Pretoria for all I care. This is a question that leaves a lot to be desired. Hence now we have to bring in a bit of DNA and whatnot. Can you allow us to take DNA from people? Because now we want to link their presence and whatnot. But all I'm trying to say is that this leaves this case open, wide open, whether you like it or not.
After asking about the metal specifications of this barrel, he asked, do you know how it is constructed? Smuts said it's difficult to explain the detail of it. And the judge asked, do you know them? And Smuts said, I don't know it as an expert of it. I know what the barrel numbers are.
The
but
judge
I don't
was
know
getting
the
irritated
technical
with the guy.
Details in terms of what specifications. What I know about this firearm is that it's a 9mm caliber. So the diameter of the barrel is a 9mm, and the cartridges it takes is normally 9mm by 19. So a barrel is normally made out of forged steel. So the judge gave counsel to ask an opportunity to ask any further questions. And the three had none, and Mshololo rose, and Mshololo asked, in the barrel, there is no serial number. And Smart said, there is no serial number on the outside. So you cannot confirm if that barrel is the same barrel that belonged to that firearm. And Smart said, if I can add on to it, it slipped my mind now. If you look at the ballistics with the rifling inside, that can determine where the ballistic testing was done on. So the rifling, the cuts inside the barrel, that's where the bullet goes out so that it can be used to determine that it is this firearm. You cannot tell in terms of the serial number that has been scratched off. And the judge asked if the rifling is inside. So the rifling of the barrel inside is what is distinctive and can possibly identify positively if this gun was used for a particular purpose. And Smart said correct. Lines and grooves inside the barrel. If the barrel was to be dysfunctional, then you have to have somebody destroy the rifling inside so that when you fire, there's no identification of any of the characteristics of that firearm in that rifle. Am I correct? Asking the judge. And Smart said correct. So counsel had no further questions. But at least now they have something to work with, in my opinion.
They do.
They have something, especially that they're going to be consulting with a ballistic expert. They have something to work with. Especially that shaky part. Yoguti, the other tests were done with cartridges. The other tests were concluded to be the same as the bullets that were found in the scene with no cartridges. So that's very interesting. So the state called Mr. Lion Robert Zwane. This is my most favorite witness of all time.
Yeah.
Mr. Anonymous, I loved this old man.
Sure you did.
I even saw someone on the chat saying Mzansi Reality is gonna love this. Yes, I loved that testimony of that old man. It was very refreshing. I knew that I was gonna enjoy it the moment he started talking. So he said that he works with people. I help people with herbal medicine. So he's based in Palm Ridge, Extension 4. Baloyi asked, do you know the accused before this court? And Zwane said, I recognize Sibia. And Baloyi said Baloyi wanted him to point Sibia out. And he said, the Sibia I'm referring to is tall. Zwane said, the Sibia I'm referring to, I only saw him once. And he came again. At the time, they were having issues with their work. But I cannot really say with confidence that I definitely know this Sibia. Ngiti lo. So far, Mr. Anonymous, we have not established which Sibia Mkhulu Zwane was talking about.
Yes, we haven't.
Then Baloyi said, tell the court what happened in your own words on the first occasion when you met him. And Zwane said, when I first met Sibia, there were 3 of them. When they came to me for traditional cleansing, they were referred to me by somebody I don't know. But it is Sibia that I spoke to face. They wanted help with finding a job, and I gave them something to cleanse themselves. He says he gave them what is called inhlanhla emhlophe, white luck.
Yeah. It's a tree. It's a tree.
It's a tree.
Yeah. Those who would know them, as I've grouped them at some point, it's inhlanhla emhlophe, umkhanyakude, uvela behleke. There are many that they use for jobs and all those to actually sort of, it's like a highlighter that makeup that you have.
Okay.
It's like a highlighter of the differentiator. So you want to look special, you want to look different, you want to be recognized and not be forgotten.
Okay, so you are telling me that the state was trying to link inhlanhla emhlophe to the cleansing that is done after the...
Let me tell you something. You see, being educated, this is where people miss the part. Those people that you think they are not educated from villages, they kill cases, I'm telling you. They kill them
I
for
saw
fun.
A miracle.
You see, what I read from this guy is kind of angry.
Yeah.
Because of what happened during that time.
The harassment from the police.
There could have been harassment that he was stopped. They stopped. Let's go to the can we adjourn, my lord? Can we adjourn? And then that harassment where he said, then there was a circle, then they put me in the circle. And then from there was this adjourn. See, that's a problem. Because the guy was about to collaborate the treatment, perhaps, that the accused have been complaining about. And then he was about to talk about the treatment that he got for him to be there, even be arrested.
Yay. Yeah, he gave them inhlanhla emhlophe, white luck, so that they could be cleansed. Zwane could
for the
not
job
recall,
they were looking for.
Yes. Zwane could not recall what date it was. And if you asked him to sign, he will just place his thumb. He doesn't know any of the A, B.
Do you see
or
how smart this person is?
He says
He's running away from
date.
he's running away from being asked about estimation of date. you know why I'm saying that.
Why?
If you go further, this guy says his age and the date properly.
Yes.
And we have months and dates in Zulu, by the way. Sinabo Nhlolanja.
Yes, he said his birthday.
We have months in Zulu.
Verbatim.
We have months in Zulu. But to sort the problems out, I'm telling you, if you get a testifier speaking their language, to trick them, you would have to be smart. Beyond smart, and even understand that language of theirs.
Because even at some point, Advocate Mnisi was standing to emphasize that he wanted to hear the witness themselves. I don't know how many people recall that. Like he said he wanted to hear the words from the witness. And it was quite a not so good moment for the judge as well, because I think, but I'll get to it. Then Baloyi said, did you charge them for your services? And Zwane said, listen to me, it's my work. Just like you are here working, this is also what I do. And yes, I agree that there is money that they gave me. For that, I got paid 500. I consult with 100 rands normally. And he's consulting, he's describing it as uklola, meaning he looks at your affairs first before proceeding.
What do you call it? What do you call them these days? Fortune tellers or what? Prophets.
Prophecy.
Yeah, it's prophecy.
But he prophesies more your affairs, your ancestor thingies. So, Uti, I don't remember them consulting or doing anything. You did say that you spoke to Sibia. Did they tell you what type of work they were looking for?
So they wanted to tap into that consultation.
To find
Where
out.
is the client? What?
Privilege.
Privilege.
Client.
It's only applying when it's
It only applies
Western
to
doctors.
Western doctors. Now you wanted the details, and Mnisi Mshololo objected, and Mnisi said, objection, my lord, that is going to be hearsay, unless if the state will put it on record that they'll be calling Mr. Sibia. Yo, I love this so much. When I see them doing this, I feel so proud.
they had chest pains. And
I feel so proud.
and forgive me, who's this? Let me see. Gapsile Mabuza, forgive me for speaking Zulu English. I will do so because, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you understand me, it's well and good for me. Whether I call R or L,
is coming in to help you understand,
yeah,
especially with the multi part, because
it's very difficult for me to, and I'll tell you, for any Zulu, native Zulu, it's difficult to have an R in what they say. I think that, yes, R, we find it hard. Wara and stuff like that.
Wara.
Wala. That's how we move. As long as you heard us, we are going to one direction.
Understand. And mainly incorporation right now of the Zulu Pass is mainly to help with understanding these herbs, because I see there's sensationalism happening. Inhlanhla Mhlophe is now being linked to imithi, serious booties.
By the way, Inhlanhla Mhlophe has nothing to do with cleansing.
No.
Let us clarify that.
No.
You can go ask your sangom.
Then Baloyi said, we'll get to the issue of who this Mr. Sibia is. It will become clearer as the witness proceeds. But we'll start to revert to this question at a later stage. I'm sorry.
It's time to go prepare for exams again. It didn't work out.
I laughed at this part. I was like, yo,
It
things
didn't
are
work
not
out.
going according to plan.
Break did not work out.
Things are not going according to plan. And Baloyi said, what happened after the first consultation? Then Zwane said, I don't know what happened after that, but after 2 or 3 days, he then came back to me again. Baloyi asked, was he with anyone? Zwane said he was with 2 other people. There were 3 in total, but the person I spoke to was this Sibia. I cannot point out these other 2. I only spoke to Sibia, and he came back to indicate that the job had been done. He said while they had gone to search for work, there's someone who had sustained injuries there.
Why did police come as impersonating themselves as people who wanted to be assisted? Because they could have just went straight to the issue.
I don't know. Then Baloyi said, did he say who is this person who sustained the injury? And Zwane said, no. Nisi objected and said that's hearsay. And the judge said, Mr. Baloyi, where are you going to with this hearsay? And Baloyi said, we will leave it. We will come back to that aspect at a later stage. Zwane then said, I then helped them with a cleansing ritual, which is common when someone has lost a family member, like a sister. You know, we as Zulus cleanse when someone has passed away. I take out the things for cleansing as someone who has encountered a dark cloud. They cleanse, and in this instance, they had met a misfortune. I gave them the herb for cleansing called islazi. Islazi manje.
Ihlazi, it's a combination of trees for cleansing. It can be many. It's not just for cleansing for the dead. You can be cleansing bad luck. You can be cleansing is a broad word.
So this ihlazi, they can cleanse everything considered a dark cloud. Is that what you're saying?
Is ihlazi, isn't
Or
it?
bad
Are
luck.
things that clean you.
Or they clean you overall. Because here he's saying that they are saying that there was someone who was injured at the job that they are coming from. So why would they need to cleanse?
I don't know. So they're cleansing.
Yeah, just hold on to that thought, guys. Hold on to it.
No,
Then
but
Zwane said,
let's not give ideas here.
no, hold on to it. There's a reason why I'm saying hold on to it. Zwane said, then it was done and they never came back again. Then at a later stage on, when they came, the police said, I have no relations with these people. So then later on, the police came.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
The police came. Then Nisi stood up to ask if the witness said the police came, not that they came with the police. And the judge said, yeah, he listens very well. And the witness said that they came with the police. Zwane said, no, the police came to me. So the judge, you did not hear well. And it's okay. It happens. It's life. Yeah, bo.
I guess it doesn't get along with the aspect of
It
haps.
happens. Sometimes it happens. It's life. So Zwane said, no. The police came to me. They were not there as the police arrived. They pretended that they were there to consult. But I told them that I was closed for the day. There were 2 police officers that came. And after it didn't even take 5 minutes, they left there with an entourage of police vehicles that came. Ati intuluntulu yamaphoyisa. An entourage of police vehicles.
Today they needed Ngizwe as interpreter.
Intuluntulu yamaphoyisa.
Pegwabi magwa. I'm sure it be udlile inkabi.
He did.
Uyabona, if you want,
Came prepared.
if you want,
Spiritually.
if you want umuntu weqala. I think he's the right person.
You think he's the right person? Palm reach.
How they got confused and things changed and all of a sudden it's fine, we're letting him go. This is not a fake one. This is a special one. Manget.
Wow.
Manget is a special one. No, it's a special one.
Like,
It's a special one.
yeah,
It's a tar into it.
today on it was very interesting. And Zwane said, and I was called by a female police officer who shouted, Mkhulu, Mkhulu, Mkhulu. And they were hitting the gate. and that police officer is here. I saw her. She's here. He meant that that female police officer is in the court today, or was in the court today. And Zwane said, I went out to see what was happening, and when I got to the gate, the cars had already formed the line. It's like they had circled his yard. And said, when I got there, I opened the gate and we walked into the house together with the police officers. And that is when I heard that there is a matter I needed to respond to, because apparently there were people who had been arrested and my name had come up. We then walked outside and there were a lot of police officers, like these people that are seated in here in the court. There were many of them. And then court adjourned for tea. When they came back, by the time, Zwane continues, I already got out to the street. The cars were already there. At that time, this young lady was calling out my name, and it was 2 police officers first. Mkulu then repeated what he had said before adjournment, which is the entire story from the beginning.
But did you see when he said, Nangu lo, nyambona lo?
Nyambona, the female police officer.
Female police is here. Who was it?
Who was that female police officer? Nimenzenu Mkulu.
Mkulu was doing to me there. Nangu, nyambona.
He was doing
He was pointing at that police.
Pointing, yeah. And then when we entered the house, they told me that there were some young men who were arrested. And Baloyi asked, as the court pleases, my lord, you are going to call one of those police officers. And then Zwane continued that there are young men who are arrested. Those young men...
You see, that as the court pleases, you are going to call that police. That police was not part of it. As I say, they chop and change as they go.
Now, when he comes, they're going to be saying he is not on the list. There are young men, okay, this is the state asking, there are young men who are arrested. Those young men said they came to you and you gave them something to go and do the thing that they have done. Then I said, no, I have nothing to do with what they have done. This is Mkulu now, Zwane. He said, I then explained to them that I don't carry evil herbs. I carry herbs that help people. So Zwane said he was handcuffed by the police after pictures of him were taken. He said that when I walked out of the house, I was not handcuffed.
So as they were taking these pictures, someone was approving. Yeah, weird. It's him.
Perhaps. They found the right person.
That's what he said, actually. Someone had camera. Someone else was
handcuffing him.
Was approving somewhere. Yeah, weird.
Yo.
And they handcuffed him.
He said, when we got to the road, they took pictures of me before handcuffing me. When I arrived at the police station and sat there, as the police were talking to me, the young Sibia man appeared, chained. And then I asked him, Fana Gaspia, what happened? Then Baloyi said, could you recognize that person that you saw there at the police station? Zwane said, we were facing each other. The one I talked to was Bia. Even the one I talked to was Bia. That's why I remember him. I don't remember what police officer it was, but they said, do you know him? I said, yes, I know him. He's the one who came to me. He's Bia. Bia said, yes, this is Mkulu. But we never told him. Then Mshololo objected. Baloyi said, we have agreed with my learned friends that we will revisit it in the trial within a trial. This is as far as we can take the evidence today, my lord. Just when he was about to get to the juicy part.
I was ready. You know, I'm chilling there. I'm like, crunch time, let's go.
Like, Mkulu needs to narrate the story.
And
whatever
the court,
happened.
And this time the court didn't say, let the person talk.
Speak.
Let the witness speak. He's here to assist the court.
It was getting warm, guys. It was getting hot. It was getting... The temperature was rising. I'm like, eh?
You see, double standards. Double standards. If this was Nis who said, my lord, I want to... It's fine, we can leave it.
No, they were going to say, let the witness speak.
You are an officer of this court. Let the witness speak.
The only witnesses that are allowed to speak are the witnesses that are being cross-examined by the defense.
If you say that is not showing you anything, then I don't know. Because when the evidence is coming out as evidence that is oppressing the defense, let them speak. Even Cleveland case, anything.
You
let
made your
them
bed,
speak.
so lie in it.
They even ask Baloyi, what do you think? No, my lord, I think he made his bed, he must lie on it. Okay, speak.
Hi guys, I felt so robbed. I'm like,
To-
what is happening? Why are you stopping it?
To show you the double standards, exhibits can be ignored. In front of the court, exhibits can be ignored. At the beginning, Baloyi says that the court can quench this part, my lord. Mnisi says that, no. What do you mean the court must quench? The court has heard. What do you mean?
He wakes up.
You ignore when you have to ignore for the states.
So the judge asked Baloyi, so the evidence of this gentleman is adjourned. And Baloyi said, yes. The judge said, is that the agreement, Mr. Ramosipiti? Then Ramosipili said, I'm not sure whether he said he stood down. He is going to be called in the trial within a trial or after the trial within a trial. Is that the case? Then Advocate Baloyi said, as I mentioned, the evidence will be revisited after the trial within a trial, my lord. Mshololo also stood and said, I think it's clear, my lord, that the state is saying it will be revisited after the trial within a trial. Not that it will form part of the trial within a trial, if I heard correctly. And the judge said, yeah, the trial within a trial can't be held by any person without me being told. That's the law. And Mshololo said it won't be part of the trial within a trial. It will be revisited after. And the judge said it can't be a part of the trial within a trial. Then Baloyi said, yes. Mnisi said he is still trying to ponder. He looked so confused. He didn't understand what was going on. Malo said, yes, he followed. And Mr. Mnisi, you mean you've never experienced such in your long career? Asking the judge to advocate Mnisi. Mnisi said, I'm trying to follow the evidence of this witness and align it with what is going to be happening in the trial within a trial and beyond the trial within a trial. Where is this evidence going to be revisited? I'm still trying to apply my mind. And the judge said, what should I say to the witness? Asking Advocate Baloyi. I found that strange. So you don't know what to do. You are asking Advocate Baloyi what you need to do in such a messy situation.
Yeah,
you are not seeing that Advocate Baloyi is drowning here. And you are still asking him. Wow. Then Advocate Baloyi said the witness can then be excused until the trial within a trial. Babu Zwane might possibly not come back, is what I read from this.
Yeah.
Because there's this trial, then there'll be a trial within a trial, and then there'll be the defense now. It will be time for the defense to speak on the witness stand, right?
Yeah. Babu Zwane was not favoring the side of, was not positive for the state. So I don't think it's coming back. And whatever that is using,
he's strong. So Mshololo asked if there was not going to be any cross-examination of this witness. And then the judge said it will be after. So it's like Mangani. It's like, I think he meant Mangena. I don't think it's like Mangena, this one, because Mangena has to appear before they go to trial within a trial. So he's going to come after. After all the witnesses have done testifying. So there seemed to be a misunderstanding as well between the state and the defense about the witnesses' evidence, especially Mnisi. The judge asked, but Mr. Baloyi, you said you had an agreement. And Baloyi said, if perhaps my learned friends insist on cross-examining this witness, it's
so
fine.
Baloyi just submits things and says we had an agreement. We had an agreement, my lord.
All the time he's
That's why Tiff was talking about monkey tricks.
Every time he says we have an agreement. All the time. And they can go ahead after the trial within a trial. We will weigh our options as to whether the witness should be recalled. So the state said it had completed leading the witness evidence in chief for today. And the defense, Ramasipeli said, Baloyi cannot say for today. Baloyi said he cannot say forever. And we will cross-examine, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh yeah, someone is bringing something very profound, Emil. When someone has passed away in a very maybe harmful manner,
yes, tragic.
CIT, that person ulimele
Yes.
when they pass away.
Yes.
So I think that's ulimala in this context. It was not ulimala loco of the
Oh, being hurt.
It had to do
with them, the way they passed away.
Yes.
It was too tragic. Okay.
The same way that our beloved Spaza Shop people went for cleansing allegedly after the incident.
Because the way Senzo passed away was painful.
But they didn't need to. Okay, let us continue.
So Advocate Charles Mnisi and Advocate Zitulele Nqumalo said that they had no questions for the witness and they will also cross that bridge when they get there. So it's not clear if the state has intentions of recalling the witness. But Mshololo cross-examined. Of course she will. Advocate Mshololo will never miss an opportunity. And Advocate Mshololo asked Ubabuzwani,
But
is it
you know,
correct?
when in that issue of pointing the person before you say that, this Mandela played it like he knows law. He never said that I know the person.
No.
He even said that I only met this person once.
Yes.
Why do you cross-examine? What if he says, yeah,
What
I
if
know
he
the
changes
person?
his statement in the cross-examination?
Oh.
I was also worried.
Yo.
I was worried when Advocate Mshololo was asking these questions. And she's like, is it correct that there are many people that you are attending to when you are conducting your duties, especially on this particular day that we are referring to? And Zwani said, there are multitudes of people waiting for me as I'm seated here. And Mshololo asked, and this person you are referring to as Mr. Sibia, you seeing them for the first time on that day? And Zwani said, for the very first time. And Mshololo asked, and you told this court that you cannot identify this person because you only saw him once. And Zwani said, and I'm telling the truth. Just like I'm seeing you for the first time and I'm leaving you here, I could not remember this one and that one. You come to me with this big problem, so I cannot really identify you when I come across you again.
Basically, he was saying that I remember this one because he brought me matata.
Big problem.
Yes, problems. He brought me problems.
Like police vans circling your home. Well,
And it's true.
concluded
Menzi.
the cross-examination.
Yes,
Hey, my God.
it's true. But in Zulu they say, umenzi yakhohlwa, umenziwa akhohlwa.
So the state had no re-examination. The judge asked how old he was, and he said he doesn't know, but he was born in 1951. The 31st of December, to be specific. After someone told you that they don't remember dates. 31st of December. And he said, you see, I stand up like this. I sit like this. So I guess he was demonstrating that
That
he's
is still
healthy.
fine, still healthy. It's jumping like Isma Hashuda would say, like a tennis ball.
Like a tennis ball, yes. And Zwani said, I don't have a clinic note. I don't have a doctor's note. I've never slept at the hospital in all my life. Yo, cool. Wenana. Baloyi said that Musia will take the stand tomorrow. And Colonel Sireo, who confirmed the ballistics test of Colonel Mangena, they have requested the state to call him after the cross-examination of Mangena, so his evidence will stand down. And Baloyi also said that there are a few issues that they're trying to discuss with the defense to see if they can't reach an agreement. And he said, we request that we take the long adjournment at this stage and see if we can't find each other. The court was supposed to return at 2:00, but it took a little bit longer. So Baloyi, once they came back, Baloyi said, we did have a discussion and we've reached consensus at least on one aspect, and that is regarding the samples that were taken from the accused for purposes of DNA comparison with the exhibits that were found on the scene. I just want to read it into the record. My colleagues have just told me that they are yet to cause them to be signed by their clients. And I was like, Aibo, but whom?
Why would you do that?
Is there a link?
Why would you do that? I mean, you already don't trust that the bullet was there original. Why would you then, if these people are capable of planting a bullet, why would you give them DNA test of your customer?
Allegedly. Mshololo said, my lord, there's no consensus on the DNA issue. We are not signing any admissions. We indicated that at least the person who made the report should be called. And the judge said, which meetings do you hold? Mr. Baloyi reports that you have agreed. Then Mr. Ramosipili says no, and Advocate Mshololo said, we have not reached any consensus, so you have not agreed. Mshololo said, on behalf of accused number 5, they are not signing anything. The state said that there is an agreement that a DNA analyst would be called. And Sipho Ramosipili said that there was no agreement. Advocate Mnisi says there was no agreement. Advocate Ngumalo says there was no agreement. So issues regarding Ramosipili will be discussed on Thursday, according to Mr. Baloyi. So I'm supposing or alluding that maybe it's with regards to the bank statements. I don't know. So the state said they finished the 2 witnesses they had lined up for today sooner than anticipated.
Yes, and I find that undermining our brains, because we know that such these witnesses that you just parachute in court, they don't last long.
Today was not a good
So at
day.
least if you are going to parachute them, bring 4.
Yeah, bring 4. But today, I feel like maybe he was anticipating that the cross-examination for Smuts would be longer. And they just didn't entertain
They
Smuts.
didn't entertain Smart. They're like, we don't need you. Whatever you
Important
gave, we're fine.
witnesses
Yeah.
Linked to our clients. This Cleveland situation is going to throw us off guard.
Not even Cleveland. This is not Cleveland. This
We
is...
don't even know. SBV, security company.
What is the name of the place?
We'll just need to verify. We just need to verify if the license and the barrel and everything is aligning. For now, no. Anything that Smart says it wasn't gonna help them in any way, I believe, in my opinion. So I feel like the state did not anticipate that there was not gonna be any cross-examination. You know?
It's a rubberish issue. Rubberish
Rubberish
incident.
issue. Well, let me tell you guys some extra gagas that I came across on the socials. Okay, this is coming from Komuto Mudise of EWN, who was in court. She's one of the journalists who report on this case. And she said currently what was happening during the adjournment, the short adjournment, you know, she said cameras were off, but the courtroom was very tense. The accused were very vocal today, telling their lawyers loudly to keep an eye on Zwane and the state. They seemed to believe that the state will tip Zwane on what to say. As Advocate Baloyi went towards the witness stand to speak to Zwane, accused 3 to 5 shouted, "Yay, began lo muntu! Look at this person!" Advocate Nisi told Baloyi to stop talking to Zwane. He says, "No, Bra George, you can't do that. It's against the law." Sure. Guys.
No,
I can't
Bra George.
believe. I can't believe. And then before that tear judgment, Ozwani.
I said, no, bra, snake eyes. No.
No, Bra George. No.
We don't roll like that. No, snake
No, Bra
eyes.
George.
Relax.
That's
not how we
against the
roll.
law.
Right.
So do you still think that went according to plan?
Mm-mm.
It didn't. Zwane just threw the state off.
I was one of to. I think, Mina, whatever that is using, don't come, G. Don't come, G. Don't come, G.
Yeah.
I'm sure in the morning he was busy there bathing. But it's alleged, obviously.
Allegedly.
But what I'm saying,
He can't because he works with it. He knows the exact ones for the court. He knows the exact ones.
So she like said, I am going to show them.
I'm not gonna sit for long in there. He knew it.
And it didn't. It didn't sit for long.
It's just like I'm gonna be in and out. I'm
No,
sure that's what he told his family.
What is that?
I'm gonna be in and out. Don't worry.
No, that was funny though. That was funny. He confused the hell out of the court. Did you hear that
I loved
English
it.
part that I remember where he was telling her, I remember. He said he doesn't know how to speak English.
Yes,
I
I
heard him
remember.
say,
And I remember I heard him. And I'm like, this man said he can't speak English.
Madala, hey. Yeah, guys, you can call. But before you call, I see 944 people. I see 500 likes. That is 400 and something shy from the number that I see here. Can we have... It's hot in here. Can we have the likes, please? Please, we're begging for the likes. And then we will be taking calls then, as usual. And a couple of calls, and then we will definitely leave.
Yes, and then we'll wrap it up. But please like the video, guys. Please like the video. Please. I'm sweating over here. I am putting this show together, and you guys don't want to press the like button. And by the way, how many percentage of people that do watch are not subscribed? It's quite a lot.
Oh, by the way, yeah, it's we have 58 who are subscribers, 58%, and then 40.
Thank you to 58% of you.
42.
And 42 of you guys.
Are binge watching us.
Why, Mara? Why are y'all monitoring and not watching and not subscribing? Like, not watching, not subscribing. You are monitoring and not subscribing. Come on now, guys. Subscribe. Join the family. You are never going to miss out here. Okay?
Right. As much as we also ask you to subscribe, please like. And there's membership for those who want to join membership. But if you have anything that we probably think that we missed today,
yes.
Here's
Now
your
is
time to tell us what you
Update
think that we missed. Maybe you'll be able to open our eyes.
Someone sent me very interesting analysis of the firearm situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I don't know how to talk about it. But the way it's so well written, it's so well documented. Oh.
All right. I guess, Emily, we don't have callers today. Family, I know it's hard for Senzo family. Mara, Baba today, yo,
Aye.
Yo, he gave us a comedy show at the court. I already like the video and subscribe, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Baba is doing what he feels is right for him. He doesn't wanna.
His ancestors are leading him.
They are leading him.
They say
wouldn't
this,
blame
say
him
that,
much.
and say that.
I wouldn't blame him much. He spoke his truth. He just didn't want to. What's the word? I don't know what was the plan with bringing him. That's the first part I asked myself when I heard that he was going to testify. I'm like, what are you trying to prove with bringing in a sangoma? Or a traditional healer? Or an inyang? What is it? Where are we going? What about the inyanga who allegedly cleansed our superstar? What about that one?
That one is not important.
But that one is more closer to the incident. That's the one that we want to hear from. Not this one. I mean, this one, I was expecting this one at a much later stage when they are finalizing what they have proven with accused 1 to 5. Yabo, not this soon. Kanti mapiri hupala na. Longwe, where can they bring those? The people that were closer to the situation. We're gonna bring us people that are far away.
Oh,
from the
membership
situation.
is all about you sponsoring us so that we can continue this show. Remember, we're running on whoever's equipment, also whoever's studio, but we still give you this. So please like the video, share the video, subscribe if you want to join a membership, starting at the rate of like 29 Rand, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just explaining because you said I must explain. So you
No, the
join,
membership is
like
to
a subscription.
And also for
Get those exclusives that we do sometimes.
that
and
we
then
don't want
they don't
to
want
upload.
where there is no white paper doing that. Yes.
Excuse me, guys, I'm banning.
Yeah, so guys, I think right now, Emily, it was a short day.
So no one is calling
For
in.
those who are confused, I think now you feel better.
No, yeah, it was a very, very complicated day for the state. Tomorrow is Musia's 10, and he will be
The call.
cross-examined.
Zanzi, hello.
Hello, how are you guys?
Ah, we
Good,
are
sir.
good. Thank you for calling.
Yes, I see no one is calling. They're not used to this early start.
Yeah, they are still waiting for us.
They're still waiting for 11. Unfortunately, they'll be late.
Yeah.
I'm just interested. I don't know. What's your opinion? Why doesn't the defense team apply for the case to be dismissed? Because there's no case here.
Hey, I don't know
What are they
how
waiting
it
for?
works. I don't know.
There's a
how
lot
it works.
involved, man. For me, I think that, it's no longer pro bono, this case, if I'm not mistaken. Is it pro bono?
Pro bono, free.
It's no longer pro
It
bono.
might be.
Yeah, so...
Which then, if they're still waiting for so long, it then tells me that even, they're always talking to each other. They're all friends. They know each other.
Yeah,
They know there's no case. Why are they prolonging it?
exactly.
Which means they might also be in on it to make it go longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense for this case to continue.
This doesn't make any sense, actually. It should be thrown out as it was in case it didn't thrown out if anything to do.
April.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have thrown this out a long time ago. But anyways, because then if you're going to present witnesses, you present your big gun first,
Yes,
And
exactly.
and you are busy bringing the girlfriend, and you're not bringing Kaylee, who was there. That makes no sense. Anyways, okay, thank you guys. Thank you for a good show.
Thank you
We really
very much.
appreciate your work.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
I should bring in the people that were in the house when that incident occurred.
Right.
And those who are accused of cleaning the scene. Nah, boy. They must come. Not this thing of bringing people that are far away from the 26th of October. What happened on the 26th of October 2014? How are you going to build this case to be solid without talking to the people that were in the house first? Siqale kahle
Zanzi,
ngolo-
hello.
Hey, Nzanti.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good.
Good, sir.
Nimthathe kuzwana.
But in extension for Palm Ridge.
Palm Ridge.
Uzwane uyimoshile icase kaBaloyi. Hayi ukuthi uyimoshile icase kaBaloyi sesepa. uBaloyi kumele afunde ukuthi ukukhanda ubufakazi kumele ube good. Ukhanda kanjani ubufakazi besulanda umuntu ozengozwami uthakazofleke afika amushe case yakho. But-ke ngilihlekise na ukuthi bonke i-defense yonke icelile cross-examine uzwane, but umsholo lokuthwele obizwe one question I wonder whether ngiyakuvumela my brother mawuthi udlile into zakho. Kodwa-ke yazi ngizothi mhlawumbe ukuphuma kancane kwi-topic ya kuyele kubufakazi bamanga. Uma ungabe uzenzela ifavor uhambe ubheke on YouTube ubufakazi bukaMangena efakaza kwi-case ka-Oscar. La uMangena asijajisela khona ukuthi i-full metal jacket, i-bullet le, i-ball bullet, uma ngabe uyidubula especially i-bullet ephuma kwi-9mm isibambise kukhulunywa ngaso inhlazi yakho iphuma at 320 meters per second isuke i-travel uthi nawo le bullet etholakale lapha endlini yakhuluma ngayo uma ithola any hard human flesh idlula like angazi idlula fast and then bese ithola i-hard surface iyalimala leyo bullet because isuke i-travel ngespeed esihigh. Now wasekhuluma ngebullet eyasetshenziswa Oscar ku-River le abayi-detectene ukuthi uma ithola human flesh iluza ispeed. But now with the case kaSenzo it's vice versa. Le bullet ayethola human flesh itravela fast ayiluze speed. With uSenzo iyaluza ispeed mayidlula kuSenzo yafika kushinita yayohlala etafuleni. I'm telling you my brother. Mr. Mangena miscalculated. Because le bullet one way or the other i-distance eyadutshulwa kuyo iyothola umnyango right wajustifya ukuthi umnyango ungaba soft kune-bullet or but still leya bullet kwakufanele idamage-eke. But now ngi-disappointed kubantu abanjengayo bakumanga. But let's wait until i-re-examination. Hopefully abomshololo and then they'll be able to act ngento ayisho Oscar about that bullet ukuthi behave kanjani mayithola human flesh. Hayi lento sitshela Senzo wethu ukuthi iyaluza ispeed and stuff like that. Is number one. Number two, le my brother look asisizingane lento elaphana kwi-foreign esho ukuthi the wood it shows that at an angle okhombisayo ukuthi ngaphansi ingehla but ngasemuva it's a bit low. Lokho oku-indicate ukuthi umuntu wazi uSenzo wathola. I mean that's a given. But I'm disappointed kuMangena and them. But let's think about underestimate defense. Let's hope we will bring that into estimation kaMangena. Angasebenze kakhulu igama lakhe. But lokho akwenze lapha umbuyisela phansi my brother and uzofakwa wobaloyi because I believe ukuthi ubaloyi especially wacela. But secondly izolo bengihlezi nama-friends angixoxela ukuthi defense iposition yokunye ukufakazi ukuthi mhlawumbe mangaqhamuka olongo ezotestify specific ulongo ubaloyi uzokuhlazeka kakhulu ngoba kune-information i-defense nayo eyayi-communication between ubaba kalongo abanye abantu abakhulu e-South African. Yeah, but I guess too let's do the sport.
Thank you.
Okay, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. All alleged. All alleged. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ntegi. Zanzi, hello.
Hey, Mr. Anonymous.
Hi, sir. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Yeah, Usenomuntu okhulumayo lapho, so I don't think whether ngiyaphazamisa or what.
No, awuphazamisa. That means you are listening to us and you are a couple of seconds behind.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Mr. Anonymous, unjani nawe Emily?
Hi.
Sine problem ekhona la. Sinama versions awu-2 manje. That I need to clarify. Noma ngeke ngibuze kini, but sengibuza nje kulo my lord. I think nalo ligama lika my lord senza abantu bazibala ukuthi who they are. Some versions awu-2 whereby ama-aspects, ballistic aspects, forensic aspects, bakhuluma ngokuconfirma ukuthi ibullet eyasebenza lapha noma isibhamu esasebenza lapha ilesi esikhona njengamanje esibalwa nakwi-case yase-Cleveland. Now that uSmart uqhamuka nesibhamu esinye asikhombayo athi isaka SPV lapho kwabanjwa khona okwabanjwa khona i-testing transit. Officer asinayo history ukuthi kwagcina kwenzakaleni ngalelo qala lelo. There's no one who wants to tell us this was the finding. And this time sahamba sakubhalisisi esikhulunywa ngaso kuthiwa sabulala isenzo esisenkantolo njengamanje ukuthi kwagcina itholakala sayiveza i-case yase-robbery akuveli. I don't know ukuthi ujaji noba lawyer what is it that they are, I mean, like they want to achieve with this case, because even if ujaji umbona, he doesn't care what the defense is saying. He wants to confirm everything to Ubalo. And Ubalo in a tendency to Bushima Ebuya at the Kuluma defense actually to access with my limit friend. I don't understand. That is all in Zagalan, which is access Manjuti, Punama versions of 2, I'm a police art, Nama State art, Nalo, we are smart and I, Kuluma Pamsara STV. Thank
you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Bamles. Sambe kakhulu.
Basically, the case is just all over. But we are going to finish it. We're going to go with it. Because if we don't, then...
And by the way, guys, please watch... the reaction to Senzo Meyiwa's interview. Okay? Go check it out. If you haven't done so already. Check it out. It's on the tab for videos. There's a tab for live.
Say hello.
There's a tab for videos.
Say Peter, say Johnny.
Hey, hi, who's right? Hey, I follow it. Entrare vajuzane unomushi I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment because I knew that at some point there are some witnesses who are going to try to tell things as they are. Bangabe nje bedlalela kule tricks zabo because manje seyachinja manje. Sehamba ne-evidence uyabona ukuthi ayizuya abafuna ukuthi maye khona. And the only thing was to say no, we include after a trial, we did a trial after the trial. Like, do you see Uba? It was just a lot for him. He got disappointed because umkhulu akakwazi pointer anyway uthi akasakhumbuki. You know,
yeah,
and my, I just there, I just thought, man, no man, this case is wrong, and I think the better they throw it out, the better for everyone, so that we can refocus on the real case, on the real docket that is there, set aside, because there is that docket, and we're interested into that docket because. Lena, like for example, now they're trying by all means to bring whatever evidence they can. That was not even there on the scene because all the statements about Tumelo, the additional statements, debunking the gun with the wheel, you know, we are still there because the witnesses in the house who are saying that, okay, I choose number one.
We just missed you there.
Hello.
Right. I'm going to take the next caller. Zanzi, hello. Well,
I switched it off. So.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. It was like, I don't know, frozen. Right. While we're waiting for people to come through, someone is just pushing for fight. Someone doesn't want peace. Mr. Anonymous, don't forget to close with Pirates and Chiefs, please. Not.
That's a rabbit in.
No. No. I don't
want my Kaiser Chiefs people to get upset.
Yeah. No, but why would they be upset? They drew, man. They're excited. Yeah, so we will talk about it in 2 minutes or so. See, guys, you're trying to get hold of me, some of you, and see missed calls. Please try to call again. This is Emil. When did Sfiso did interview? When is this?
He did it last week Sunday.
We reacted to it.
Please go check it out.
The video's name is
on the video tab. If you're subscribed, the videos where we upload, and then there's live streams where we go live. So they are not on the same tab. Yabo. So please go and check it out. I will share it on the community tab for you guys because I feel like everyone has to see that, because what Fiso has been saying is unraveling before us. We have been
blocked. Spiwo. Yes, that's the person who's saying I must say this. Spiwo. Yeah. It seems as if, guys, we are struggling to get through this number. I don't know. Emily, we have that problem, the old problem. Remember the that
internet.
Problem? No, it's not an internet. It's a call. So this number can be blocked sometimes. I don't know why. I guess if nothing comes up, then I'm just going to go sleep. Guys, please subscribe. We're almost to, 900 and something. And if you're failing to call us through, try WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is always also there as an option.
Yeah, you can try WhatsApp calling if the number is not going through, because, sometimes it does do that.
While we do that, let's push the likes. We have 600 people. We have 900 people, 600 likes. Can we press that like button to 700? Let's make it 1,000 before we even go sleep. You know, people who watch the next day, they always say, hey, we are the people that make this thing happen.
Yes, they do.
And they're right. They're right. They do press the like button, guys. Those who watch us during the day.
Us live, they don't press the like button.
Let's break that record. And we know, obviously. Thank you very much. We have hitting 700. See, asking is important. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you forgot to subscribe. I see that there are people who are members here and there are people who have joined here. Welcome. Probably we are going to do something this week that is going to be exclusive. And that is basically because we want to be free when we're speaking. Yeah. Sometimes when we do exclusive, we're not doing them so that you guys hide it from you. If we feel that it's gonna be against the guidelines and just wanna say something,
be free a bit.
We're gonna put it in membership, obviously,
and not worry that we're gonna get struck.
We're not even gonna monetize it.
So it's safer the membership, honestly speaking. That's where we upload content that we don't feel comfortable placing it up here because it's a lot. So we may upload something. There's something I want to talk about. It's
someone said Ntsigil Damin is also on YouTube. I don't know if she's a new member. I don't know if she's on YouTube, then I'll check her out.
Okay. All right, Ntikidlamini, welcome. And also, yeah, guys, yeah, when we want to just, me, I have verbal diarrhea. So sometimes I can't because YouTube has rules, has guidelines. So I can't just say blurt out whatever I'm thinking. I have to think about what I'm about to say.
Even this comment by SPO saying that the judge talked about de Klerk and Mandela I was like,
I cut out that part. I was like not feeling it. I'm like,
and I told you about this judge. Something is not something. Something. I can't put a finger on it. Yeah, can't put a finger on it. But he's just
bombastic side eye.
You know, he's one that kind of.
Did you not see how people reacted?
There was no agreement, basically. Let's just put it like that. The simple summary. There was no agreement.
Why can't
you? Don't want to get into it. But
why?
We're not going to choose to be ignorant when you are going to come here and hypnotize us with a certain word. We're not taking hypnoticism now anymore. That time is done. We're done with that time. We're done.
I can't hear.
We're not going to take people telling us that, hey, so and so, hey.
What a terrible example.
No, man.
It was awful, considering the circumstances of what has been happening to the Meyiwa family for the past 10 years, for the past 9 years. What a awful example.
Yeah, they're talking about the house or something. In interview. No, the interview sends Sfiso.
Sfiso Meyiwa.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. They will answer because I'm confused also. It's like I'm in court. I'm in that court. I'm confused.
What are they asking? Read me one.
The interview, they said, no, Mr. Anonymous, the person was asking if Mary, but the house, this Afrikaans interview is on YouTube.
Who's Mary? Who's Mary, guys? Help us out.
How did you know?
Who's Mary?
Zamani Kwabe, yeah, you are a bit late, but obviously Veiws is going to be here. Yes, Mr. Anonymous, he wanted defenses to agree on Baloyi's dirty tricks, monkey tricks. Baloyi was embarrassed.
How naive. Expecting people to sign over their DNA like that with what's happening with the firearm. Oh, God.
Imagine.
Oh, slow down. You haven't successfully linked anything without a shadow of doubt yet. You should be focusing more on that. Let's Stain. Stain was pot like an eye. Manages the ballistic thingies that are not ballisticking.
I'm not gonna sign my freedom to you. No way.
Yeah.
So guys,
DNA.
I think it's time for me to. It's important. If you have to go early, take that chance.
Yeah.
We are going to take it. Please like the video more as we leave. But as I leave, guys, yes, indeed, the weekend scores were 1-1 Kaizer Chiefs and then 2-1 Orlando Pirates away from Stellenbosch. The Stellenbosch money. We went there, we conquered the Sea Robbers, and then we came back. Now we are going to Weskama Minzel. Kaizer Chiefs drew at home at FNB. Yeah. And they were celebrating. They thought they played very, very well. It was a formation of 9-1-1, 9 defenders, 1 midfielder, 1 striker. And that's how it is. I don't know, even Ruran was throwing shade, saying that for them, they do not celebrate this thing. They would be fired if they were to celebrate a draw. We know that Lurani has, see, the R? Sorry. Rulani. We know that Rulani has a long history with Kaizer Chiefs when he was coaching Pirate. So it doesn't start here. It starts from Orlando Pirate. When he was coaching Orlando Pirate, he had a problem when he lost against Kaizer Chiefs. So they drew. So Chiefs scored first, and then Sundowns equalized later. the game was about to finish, and what happened there? It was a nightmare because now Sundowns has an away goal, and obviously Sundowns at Moses Moripe, they are going to finish what they started. But I'm told that there's some Nyanga in KZN that predicted that Kaizer Chiefs is going to win. I cannot disagree then if it comes to that. It was a very nice game to watch. And I hope that everyone is happy. I'm happy Orlando Pirates came with 2 goals away from home. And we're going to Orlando Stadium. I'll go there. I'll be there. I'll be celebrating, waiting for Kaizer Chiefs in finals. As usual, I'm not going to say Kaizer Chiefs, because I'm just going to say any team that's going to may the best team win.
May the best team win.
But it's the first time that I've seen anything like 9-1-1 in my whole entire life. The formation 9-1-1, no. We have seen 3-5-2. We have seen 4-4-2.
Are you telling me that Kaizer Chiefs formation was 9-1-1?
They were defending with 9 people.
Oh my God.
1 midfielder and then 1 striker.
Kaizer Chiefs can go.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's the best that you can ever get from Kaizer Chiefs. This is what Mlife came with.
It can't be 9-1-1. It
was
cannot
9-1-1.
It can't be.
They scored. I don't know how.
I don't know how. It cannot be 9-1-1.
For some reason, they have this weird way of scoring. They just score out of nowhere. So they scored. It was 1-0. They were leading, and then the game finished 1-1.
At this point, it's Grace that's carrying Kaizer Chiefs.
I remember even Olisanda scored an own goal for them, Orlando Pirates. They have a way of scoring. They score one with that no formation, like 9-1-1, basically.
No,
that's
guys, I hope that's not true. Fix that formation.
But Nyanga, what he's getting the issue of scoring correct. What he's not getting is an issue of defending what they've created. Yeah. And then obviously if they don't have a red card, the opponent doesn't have a red card, obviously they're not gonna win. So for them to win, 2 things must happen. They must score first, and then they must have the opponent must have a red card, and then they win. And that's how they win. So other than that, there's no win. The best they can draw, their win is a draw. And it happened to Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's hope that they will finish what they started, and then the big teams will face each other in the finals, as usual. So that's a bye from me. If it didn't go for Kaizer Chiefs.
I'm still processing the 9-1-1 formation.
They've got a best kit, though, I have to say. This is the kit, I like it. Their kit. Unfortunately, I cannot buy it because I'm a Pirate fan. But it's a nice kit. Bye, guys. Thank you for being with us tomorrow again, if we're still alive.